wanted to make a video real quick. Hello, all you beautiful people out there watching this. I got a question for you. Are you still sitting down, not doing what you need to be doing? Remember, we didn't brought up procrastination. We didn't talked about motivation. We didn't talked about, doing things to basically get out of your own way. So my question is, what are you doing that's different from what you've been doing? I mean, think about it. The one thing I can say, if you keep doing the same thing, the same way, over and over again, we all know that's the definition of insanity. So what are you going to change up? What are you going to do differently that's going to motivate you to do something, to get, because a lot of us, I think we get in our own way, so what are you going to do differently about that? I mean, how do you change what you've always done? And to me, I got to do stuff differently. Like, if I want to, start to write a book, which I did start that. I told you I was going to start writing a book. Actually, wrote in a few pages. I'm going to try to do some more this week to write into that book. But again, I had to do something different to do that. Because a dream is just a dream until you make it more of a vision. And then once you get a little bit more determined, you can turn around and you can make that dream a reality. But usually, like I said, you got to write that stuff down. You'd have to write it down and do something different with it. So when you write it down, you make it a vision board, or just a personal thing. Write it down on your tablet, or however you want to write it down. But once you write it down, you can figure out ways to make that vision or that dream come a little bit more of a reality thing. So my challenge to you is to go ahead, get up. I keep telling you, get up, get off your butt, figure out a way to actually bring these things to life. If it's writing a book, if it's you want to go back to school, you want to start a new business, whatever it is that you want to start, whatever it is. I mean, you might want to get up earlier or whatever the case is. But whatever that is, figure out a way. What's going to be your next step to be able to get that vision or that dream accomplished? What are you going to do to change it? You can't keep doing the same thing, because obviously that hasn't worked for you. You've been doing that for weeks, months, years, whatever the case is, and it hasn't changed. So you have to really sit down and talk to yourself and figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? I know I want to accomplish this. I can see it, but how do I get there? It's like driving from Houston to New York. It's a long trip, but I know how to read a road atlas, and I also have, different things on my phone that I can get there, but it won't come in reality until I plan it. How many of y'all just go on a road trip and you just don't know where you're going and then end up somewhere? I mean, we've done that, but if you want to get to a specific destination, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to plan that out. So if you're trying to get from Houston, like I said, to New York, you're going to sit down, plan a date you're going to leave, probably figure out some way, different areas where you can stop at. That way, okay, I can look up hotels and stuff in this area because I'm going to stop. Or if you plan to sleep in your car that night, whatever the case is, you're going to plan that trip out. Then when you get to New York, you have to figure out where you're going to stay, if you're going to see friends or family, if you have them up there, or you're just doing like a trip, whatever the case is, but you're going to have to plan it out. So it's the same with life. You're going to have to plan some things out. You can't just do everything. Oh, well, today, whichever way the wind blows, I'm going to go in that direction. It might work some days, but that usually don't work all day. So you're going to have to figure out something to do something different. So I'm challenging you now. Don't wait for, like I told you on the last week, don't wait for the New Year's resolution. Don't wait for the new year. Start it now. Start it today. Start it today and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get out of my own way. I'm going to do something that I haven't done. I'm going to conquer my fears. When in doubt, call on God. Remember that. You can always call on God when in doubt. Whatever you have going on, whatever the situation is, call on God. I mean, I think we overlook that and realizing we want to do things on our own. You don't have to do everything on your own. You can have help. You have help. I say you have help. You have God. And then besides that, you have certain people that God will place in your life that you can actually get help from some of these people. And I'm going to tell you something that's going to shock a few of you. It might not be your family. It might not be your family. It might be a friend. It might be somebody you don't even know that God will place in your life. It just depends on what's going on. I'm not saying, you know, it's not always your family, because sometimes your family do come through in the clutch. And a lot of times they don't. A lot of times your friends come through in the clutch. A lot of times they don't. A lot of times you're going to meet somebody new that you know nothing about, and that's going to be how that's going to work out. So you got to be able to get out of your own way and figure out how you're going to do the things differently. So once you figure that out, then you can move on to the next phase. Like I said, going back to me, I'm bringing myself in it because I'm doing things, a lot of things differently than what I've done in the past. So me starting this book, that was the first step. Coming up with the title, got the title. What I'm going to write about, it's yet to be seen. Well, I said it's yet to be seen. I started right, like I said, I wrote 3 pages. Let my wife look at it. You know, she like, oh, wow, you know, this might be on to something right here. So I'm going to keep writing into it till I get to a point where, you know, I don't know if it's going to be a 1 book, 2 book, whatever, but I want to get to a point where I done wrote enough and then let her read it again and then see, okay, boom. You know, send out to a few people that I trusted and written books. God is, like I say, God has put people in my life that the places I'm trying to go, I can get there. I am a CEO of my company, for y'all that don't know that. So I'm learning a lot, you know, doing a lot. But I've never met this many CEOs myself. Like, you see them on LinkedIn, and I might have ran by a president of a company or whatever, but I just knew that one person, you know. It wasn't like I knew a bunch of people. So what I'm telling you is, when you're trying to do something and get somewhere, you talk to God first, and then God will put people in your place, or in, well, not in your place, but he will put people near you that need you and you need them. So what happens is, those people will be placed by God. And it's such a blessing because, like I said, it's so many CEOs. I done lost count of how many people that have written books and published books this year. I know 2 people right now that have published books this year. I know one person, she's published 2, and she got another one coming out actually on Christmas Day. So I know she's doing pre-orders and stuff on her book now. So I know people that's written books. I know a lot of people that are CEOs of their own company. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. It's crazy. My wife is a CEO. That's 2 people in the same house that's CEOs. So when are you going to do something different? Again, I'm asking that question. When are you going to do something different to get a different result? Because what you've been doing and what I used to do in the past, obviously, hasn't done anything. It wasn't until I went to God in prayer and said, God, look, I can't do this on my own. I need help. That's when I started to see change. And I didn't just pray that one time. I continued to pray. I continued to talk to God. Just showed me the vision. Because I could go back to last year. I didn't have a vision of starting a business. I didn't have a business of writing. I didn't have a vision of writing a book. I didn't have a vision of doing any of the things that I'm doing right now. But you look at where I'm at now compared to where I was last year, it's totally different. And once I keep telling y'all, once I tell you my whole story, you're going to be like, whoa, okay, this is a testimony in itself, because the things that I've been through in this last year, over the last year, to be honest, which is over years, probably going close to 2 years. A lot of people don't know, but that's neither here nor there. You can't depend on people when you're trying to do certain things. You have to depend on God, and your circle is going to have to be really, really small sometimes. And God is going to take some of those people and move them out, because he's trying to get you to do something different. He's trying to get you to get off your butt and do something, do your purpose, whatever your purpose is. Every one of us have a specific purpose and different talents that we can do, and God wants us to put that on full display. And it's not until you go to him in prayer and talk to him and ask him what that vision is, what that prayer is, what do you need to do, that God is going to show you that. God is going to put the people, like I said, around you that's going to help you get to that place that you need to get to. Because we all think we can do it on our own. Nobody has ever done anything on their own. I don't care what they say. They self-made millionaires. Are they really self-made? Or did their family have money and they was given money since they was a kid? That's not self-made. That's your family giving you money and now you're a millionaire. That's not self-made. Yeah, some people say, well, you know, I did this by myself. You know, I became a man by myself. Did you? Or did parents raise you, taught you some things? Even if you just watch YouTube, let's say your parents left you years ago, you still had help. You probably went to God, some of y'all. So come on, let's call a spade, you know. So again, get off your butt Whatever it is you're trying to do to motivate yourself, I want you to do it. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until 2 weeks from now. Don't wait until the new year. Do it now. Get off your butt. Whatever that vision is, whatever that dream is, we want to see it. We waiting. We still waiting. I keep telling y'all this. We waiting for you watching my YouTube channel. Where's your YouTube channel? You know, you posting, you watching, you reading my posts. Like my wife posted last week. You reading posts, you lurking, but you won't comment or like on it, and you have something to say, but you're scared of whatever you're scared of. Why not just go out there and comment on it? Who cares if somebody sees it? Who cares if somebody know that you're going into that you're going through a situation with your husband, or you're going through a situation with your wife? And what's your point? We all going through situations with our husbands and wives and kids and family members. You're not the only one, so maybe you share your story. Maybe somebody can learn from it. What you think about that? So again, get off your butt. Stop procrastinating. Get that motivation. Stop using, you know, different things to say, oh, well, I can't do it because, you know, Solomon, you don't know everything I've been through. No, I don't. You don't know everything I've been through either. So let's sit there and have a conversation about that. Then maybe we can figure out why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and why I'm doing what I said I was going to do. So, you know, you have to figure out these things. And like I said, you have to talk to God about these things. So the minute you stop trying to do it by yourself and start talking to God, you're going to see that things are going to change. The foundation that you're standing on is going to be almost like earthquake shattering, because things are going to happen. People are going to just suddenly disappear. And you're trying to figure out, I thought that was my friend. I thought that was my brother. I thought that was my... No, those people were basically parasites or leeches, leeching off to certain things that you was doing. Now, am I saying all families are bad? No, I'm not. Am I saying your family bad? How can I say that? I don't know your family, but you know your family. God knows your family. You know exactly what you've been through with your family. So why don't you stop procrastinating? Stop doggone just doing things halfway. Why don't you put 100% into it and then see what the outcome would be? Maybe you the next doggone person to figure out the research, the cure for cancer, or the cure for AIDS, or whatever the case is. But we're never gonna know those things if you never come out and say something. If you just hold it in and you die. With that was your purpose, to find the cure for cancer, and you just never say anything. How many people are going to continue to die by that? Now, I know I went way off on cancer, but hey, it could be you. Could be. So again, get off your butt, pay attention to what's going on around you, and, you know, talk to God daily. I don't care how many times you talk to him. Keep talking to him till he give you an answer. Once again, this is Solomon Sephora signing off. I love talking to y'all. I love seeing different things. And, you know, like I said, like, subscribe, comment. See y'all next time. All right.